Students, in this video I want to discuss about the factors on which product of electrolysis depends. Number one factor is type of electrode. So depending on type of electrode, electrolysis of a particular electrolyte may give different products. Like suppose we are discussing about electrolysis of copper sulfate. For that we can use inert electrodes like platinum, gold, etc. For that, the reaction that is taking place from copper sulfate solution, copper 2 plus ion is coming from the copper sulfate, and due to ionization of water, H plus and OH minus are formed in the solution. Now when inactive electrode is used, the reaction taking place at the cathode is reduction of copper 2 plus to copper. That is, from the solution, copper 2 plus ion will go to discharge on the cathode. Now, here in the negative electrode, and at the anode, the OH minus ion coming from the solution that gets oxidized to form OH, and which is then converted to oxygen. But the reaction that is taking place when active electrode, that means the same process is done by using copper electrode, where copper is active electrode, it is participating in the reaction. So we find that at the cathode, reduction of copper taking place, copper 2 plus ion taking place, forming metallic copper, deposition of copper taking place. But at the anode, instead of discharging of anion, the metallic copper from the anode comes into the solution by loss of electron. So the set of reactions in the two cases are different. Here I want to mention one thing, that in this case what will happen, since copper 2 plus ion getting discharged at the cathode, so what will happen, the solution gradually becomes, its blue color, copper sulfate color will fade. But here in this case, copper 2 plus ion is changing into copper at the cathode. At the same time, copper 2 plus ion is coming from the anode to the solution. Therefore, blue color of the copper sulfate solution will remain same. Now the second point on which product of electrolysis depends is presence of different oxidizing and reducing species and their electrode potential. Suppose we are talking about electrolysis of NaCl solution. Now for NaCl, Na plus and Cl minus ion is coming into the solution, and from water, H plus ion, ionization of water gives H plus and OH minus ion in the solution. Now the reduction potential for sodium plus ion to sodium is minus 2.71, and that of H plus ion is 0 volt. Now, since higher the reduction potential, more preference is there for the discharge of that particular ion into the electrode. Therefore, here at the cathode, H plus ion will be discharged to form hydrogen gas instead of forming sodium metal. So, this is the thing that we find sometimes. Different products, different ions are there in the solution, but the product formation at the electrode or reaction at the electrode depends on the standard reduction potential value. Now the third point is that effect of concentration and overpotential. Now same solution, sodium chloride solution, when electrolyzed, now at the anode, what can be discharged? Cl minus can be discharged, that is, it can be oxidized to Cl2. For that, the standard reduction potential is 1.36 volt, and the OH minus ion, that can be also discharged at the anode. So for that, the corresponding reaction is this one, where we are writing here water is being converted to oxygen. That means OH minus is being discharged and forming oxygen. For that, the E0 value is 1.23 volt. In this case, for the preference of reaction at the anode, we can talk about the reduction potential. Lower the reduction potential, greater will be the preference. Therefore, oxygen must be discharged at the anode, but on account of overpotential of oxygen, Cl2 is preferred at the anode. That means, since ionization of water is very less, therefore the potential that should be applied for the thermodynamically feasible reaction of discharge of oxygen at the anode, the potential that is required, since actually OH minus ion is less in solution, the potential required is more than 1.23 volt, and therefore at that higher potential, what happens, chlorine becomes easily discharged at the anode, since concentration of Cl minus ion is more in the solution. Now, therefore, the net reaction that is taking place, NaCl is being ionized to Na plus and Cl minus. At cathode, what is happening? We can stepwise write the reaction, since water ionized to form H plus and OH minus, and at the cathode H plus ion can be discharged. So the overall reaction is, as it was shown earlier, H2O being converted to hydrogen at the cathode, and at the anode chlorine is being discharged. So the overall reaction is NaCl plus water giving Na plus OH minus plus hydrogen plus Cl2. That means during electrolysis of NaCl, three products are formed: hydrogen at the cathode, chlorine at the anode, and in the solution NaOH is formed. Now another case is, during electrolysis of H2SO4 solution, it is found that when dilute H2SO4 is used, the formation of oxygen is taking place at the anode. That means, due to the ionization of water, OH minus ion is formed, and from sulfuric acid SO4 2 minus ion is formed. Out of these two anions, OH minus ion is being preferentially discharged at the anode, and therefore oxygen is formed. But when concentration of H2SO4 is higher, that means sulfate ion concentration is sufficient enough, so that in that case the discharge of SO4 2 minus ion takes place at the anode, and the reaction is SO4 2 minus changed to, it is pad disulfate S2O8 2 minus ion, and the product is actually becoming different due to different concentration of ions in the solution. So in this way, on these factors, the product of electrolysis depends. Thank you.